ladies and gentlemen, Vagran Gaming, trying to get back into the swing of things, uploading some videos, and while I normally stick to doing stuff at the level 70 tier, this was one of the first matches I did when I started playing again about a month or so ago, and I was trying to get back into playing my Immortal Juggernaut. So, I leapt in, and I started to DPS, and I'm like, wait a minute, I realized punting him off the edge would give us a bit of a power play. Like, this was the first time I played in the Mandalorian battle ring, so there's like a bunch of things I'm trying to keep track of that I didn't do that great at. At one point there, I was just basically going around trying to stun everybody to create an opening, and the team did a lot of damage, and they were able to focus down the healer despite the guard, which was nice. Now, on the other hand, tanking was one of those things, I never did it because I was good at it, but I enjoyed the challenge of it. So, like, trying to guard swap on time, use your taunts off cooldown, in addition to doing your damage dealing for when there's an opening for it. It's a lot of balls to juggle in the air at once, and I never got super comfortable at it, but I got functional at it. And so this is me basically trying to get back to being functional. As of late, I've mostly been playing on my Sentinels in the Marauder mirror, even though my original plan was to go with like the Operative, and I might go back to that eventually. But when I was looking around at all the different characters I have, in addition to how the gear system is set up basically on Osis, it looks like my most effective route for the time being will be to focus on the Sentinels. So this round went pretty well. There's an assassin, and at this point, I wasn't sure if the assassin was going to try to wait out the clock. So I was planning to strap in and have to sit through several minutes of just basically waiting, and then trying to figure out if he was hiding up top or below. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure he comes back before that. The other two stealthers on my team, they just kind of start running in laps. And I'm pretty sure at some point he's going to jump out and backstab me. There he goes. So, now that he's exposed himself, my backup comes leaping back into action. But, I mean, it's 3-on-1, so I didn't have to do that much in order to help us pull this round out. So this pretty much wraps up round 1, and at the tail end there, I went for the push just to keep him tied up, basically. And there you go, there's round 1, nice and easy. Alright, here we go for round 2. So one of the things I do like about the Mandalorian battle ring, at least if you're playing on someone who has a push, especially a Juggernaut, never mind me getting stuck there, I do like that if you're fighting someone that's close to the edge, you can try to punt them off. And I didn't notice it at first, but there are these air jets on the bottom that I'm assuming will launch you back up to the top so that you're not out of play for too long. But I didn't notice them at first, and I was trying to punch that guy over the edge there initially, but came up just shy. But, you know, live and learn. Getting the full distance on just how far someone would fall after a force push, it's not something I ever really paid that much attention to. Maybe a little bit in Hutball, and that was more so as far as getting someone off a ledge as opposed to like knocking them into the fire. I've seen some people who are really good at it. They'll hit a force push, and they'll just knock someone right into the fire pit. Which is nice because usually you're rooted for like a second, I think, when you land after being hit with a force push. But who knows? Maybe I'll get that down at some point. The other thing is the way I set up my utilities. It's more set up for team mitigation, so I don't really think I have anything on hand to break roots. But I usually just hang out and wait because usually there's a healer backing me up. Although not so much this time. So here I get rooted, and my partner's knocked down, so I'm trying to get back to them as quickly as I can. Because, my guard is useless if I'm up top. And fortunately, he didn't need much of an opening to pump out the last bit of damage, and bang! That guy almost got away, but I got lucky with that lightsaber sweep. So now, it looks like we're going to be waiting on the clock again, but I don't think the shadow waits too long, which is nice, because one round would have been bad enough, but I was really worried that it was going to be another round of just Oh dear, we're gonna have to wait like 3-4 minutes for this guy to come out. Fortunately, it doesn't take that long. So this is my first attempt at getting back into the swing of things with the Juggernaut. I do have some more matches I've recorded on the Juggernaut, and eventually I'll get the Guardian going as well. I'm trying to set it up that I'll work on one character and then switch to the mirror and work on that one, so I'm making some progress running through Osis, trying to make the most of my time. At least that's the plan for right now. But, you know, obviously there'll be times where I'll just feel like playing my Commando, and I'll probably load up on them and just shoot missiles. Well, not missiles, but demolitions round. Not exactly a missile, but close enough, right? So, this match was pretty straightforward. I had a really good team that did a great job pumping out the damage, and so my my limited skills as tanking weren't an issue, and sweet. Nice force lead finish. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, there will be more videos coming real soon.